Welcome to Be Well Live. My name is Melissa Sousa and I'm the Senior Wellness Coordinator in the Athletics and Recreation Department. And today we are going to be talking about essential oils. So it's just a basic 101 on what they are and why we would use them and how we would use them. So it's a very basic, if you're not even sure what essential oils are, this is a great space for you to be. Welcome to my space. This is my little, sanctuary of oils and well-being. So it's a great place for me to be sitting here and talking to you about oils, which is one of my loves. I love essential oils and I've kind of fallen in love with them over the past few years. So I'll share with you a few of my favorites. Sage, I know that it's very sage heavy on my table here, but there's all sorts of different brands that will work for you. You just need to find ones that have 100% pure oils in them and that there's no fragrance. You do find that some of them do have that, and you really want to find essential oils that are pure and 100%. So what are essential oils basically? So they are a concentrated life source of plants. The oils have to have the remarkable ability to support our wellness in so many ways. So we'll get into that when we talk about the why we would use them, but that's essentially what essential oil is. It is derived from all sorts of different bits and pieces. It depends on what the scent is. So for example, lavender, I've brought some in from my garden. So the lavender would be taken from our lavender branches here, and these pieces, the oils would then be pressed, and that's how the scent would be removed from lavender. But from something like frankincense, they take it from the root and they boil it down. Like, it's all very different. They can be from the botanicals, leaves, the bark, the other pieces, all sorts of different pieces of our living plants. So that's what essential oils are. Why we would use them. So one of the reasons is it's our sense of smell, obviously. It's an aromatherapy. So why? A sense of smell taps into the part of our brain that can identify thousands of scents before we even process language. How cool is that? It's called the amygdala. It's part of our brain that's also known as the emotional control center, and it's largely responsible for the creation of new memories. So that's where our link between our scent and our memory is, right there. And we tend to smell something and it's the first thing, it's the first of our five senses to draw us back to a memory is our scent. So that is why, from the amygdala, which is a part of our brain matter. So that's just one of the reasons why. It's very quick. It draws in through our bloodstream, and it is a very natural way for us to use scent or essential oils as remedies for medicinal reasons. It's also used for mood boosting. It can be used in depression and anxiety to help cure, again, those types of mood disorders. They've used it and have been using all of these amazing pieces of our plants for years and years for many medicinal pieces and reasons. So there's so many that one of them I can talk to you about is for headaches. So peppermint oil, and I'll talk about peppermint oil after as well and explain a little more about it, but one of my favorites, and Sage's has a roller ball, which just means that it has a roller on the end here, so for easy application. But it has lavender notes, but it's highly concentrated in peppermint oil. And peppermint oil has long been known as a medicinal aromatherapy. And if you apply it in certain areas like your temple, just be careful that you don't get it too close to the eyes. It's a very cooling and very potent oil, peppermint. Cooling to the touch. It's been used for many years for those medicinal reasons. Again, headache is one of them, but there's so many. Peppermint, as you know, if we have it as a tea for digestive issues, many reasons. So we use them for medicinal purposes, but we can also use them for mood boosting purposes. How we use them. So we can use them by topically applying them to our skin. So the way that works is that it enters our bloodstream through our cells and through our hair follicles and the tissues between our cells. So if we apply where blood vessels are closest to our skin, then we'll get the best and the most out of that essential oil. So where are those places? Our wrists, our temples, our neck, and our chest have our blood vessels are closest to the skin in those areas. So you'll notice in a lot of these medicinal pieces when they tell you to topically apply it to your skin, example again being like for headache, that you would put peppermint oil, or you could use something like an already blended piece like peppermint halo, you would apply to your temples. And that again is you're getting that oil directly into your bloodstream. And then again, as we talked about, it gets to the amygdala, which then helps to produce all these great, it evokes whatever those scents do for you. So those ones medicinal ones do help to calm our senses, and they help to with pain relief. But the other ones that are used for more mood boosting, I would call them, instead of medicinal, are probably my favorite, and my favorite way to use essential oils. So one of the ways we can do that again is topically, but another way is by diffusing oils. So what you would do is get a diffuser. You can get them all over the place now. Amazon has great deals on them. This one in particular is from Sage, and you would fill it to its fill level, full of cold water, and then you would add your oils. So typically you would put 15 drops of whatever oil you're putting in. So today I did my own blend. You can find all sorts of blend recipes as well if you have single note oils. So when they talk about single notes, all that means is that, for example, this is lavender. It's not a blend of 4 different kinds of oils and a carrier oil, it's just one note. So this lavender oil is one note. So I've put about 4 different notes in here today, which included peppermint, eucalyptus. I've put in some grapefruit and some wild orange, again to stick with that mood boosting, happiness, bringing joy to my day today was my goal. So that was why I chose those scents, but you would choose whatever scents work for you. Sometimes it's just about what smells nice for you. Other times it's that you've read and you know a little bit more about the oils and what they should be, or what they do to, I guess, most people, or why they were created and why they're used in the way that they are, if that works for you. But for some people, it's just about a smell. Some people like citrus, some people don't like citrus. So if you don't like citrus, you're obviously not going to diffuse citrus just to feel happy. That's not going to work for you. So you find something else that works and evokes happiness in you. That's really what essential oils are. So I can tell you about different scents and different one note, I guess, what they should be evoking in somebody. But if it doesn't do that for you, then that's okay. Let's talk about inhalers. So one of the ways, again, it's a topical, but it's a way to do it within your palms. So they actually sell inhalers. So you can buy roller balls, you can buy the one notes where you drop it out, but they also have sprays as well. So they're called inhalers, or they literally have like a nostril inhaler. So it comes in where it's already got drops of the essential oil, and you would then plug one side of your nostril and inhale. But you can also use them this way. I would have to take my glasses off to show you this, but I have this in a yoga. I also have it in Goddess, and it's just a water-based mist, but it has essential oils in it. So you would use this. They have it as a transition mist for yoga as well, which is amazing. So if you're trying to move on to something else, so you just want to reset, you would just spray and inhale. Spray on the face and take a deep breath. So these are amazing for just, again, like resetting. Great for your skin too, because it adds hydration, but they've got some really great ones from Sage on those. So those are your sprays and inhalants. You can also use them. I'm wearing one today. They've got all sorts of these. Again, you can find them on Amazon or Sage. This one's from Sage, but it's a little ball. It's tiny, so I hope you can see it. But it's got a little absorbent piece here that you would just take. Today I did grapefruit, and you would just drop two drops of oil. Oil goes a long way. It's very potent in scent, and then I can wear it that way if it's too strong on my body. So the single notes, again, you have to be careful. You want to put a carrier oil with them. And we will be talking about how to make your own essential oils on May 20th at 2 o'clock. And that'll include what carrier oils are and how to create your own blends instead of having to buy them, which is kind of nice, because if you've got single notes, you can use them for medicinal pieces, but you can also make your own blends for mood boosting. So we'll talk about that as well on May 20th. But that's just yet another way to get for aromatherapy to work for you. Let's talk about lavender quickly. lavender. So this was the piece that I've pulled from my garden. So whenever I walk through my garden, I just pull a piece and I roll it between my fingers and I inhale it. It's from its most natural state and it is amazing. Lavender is known obviously for its calming properties. It's also known to soothe minor skin inflammation. So if you have any sort of skin irritations, they talk about bug bites, that you would again put a carrier oil and a drop of this on, and that applying that topically to the skin is supposed to help. So again, another medicinal way to use lavender. But it's well known to be a sleep aid. I've got actually a rollerball here as well called Sleep Well, and it includes lavender, of course. Anything that's calming. Lavender is a note that has long been loved by people as well. It's one that is popular because the scent is really nice. It's a really nice floral scent, but it's calming and again known for those calming properties. So that's lavender. Let's talk about peppermint quickly. It's a bright and penetrating aroma. So sometimes I like to, in the yoga world, they call them peppermint bombs. So if you just do 1 or 2 in your palm and you rub together and you inhale over your nose, it is like, it's hard to explain. You just have to do it yourself. Big inhale in and it's like, it just opens up all your senses. It awakens you. It's like an inhalant, like they talk about, but in a very natural and in its most natural state is very potent and strong. So I would start with 1 drop if you're going to try a peppermint balm to kind of just waken you up. So if you're studying and you want a quick little jolt to wake yourself up and you don't want to do caffeine sometimes in the afternoon isn't great for people, peppermint balm is a great quick way to kind of brighten yourself up. And it also is known for relieving coughs and colds. So if a lot of people will use diffusers, as you know, a lot of times people will use these in their children's rooms for when their children are sick, and they'll use Vicks Vapor Rub. Well, that's literally what this is. So it's eucalyptus. You would put in some tea tree perhaps. You could also put in some lavender to help with your sleep, but it's supposed to help with congestion. It aids with an associated fever with coughs and colds as well. So peppermint is a great one. I always have that as a single note just in case I want to use it on its own. Peppermint's fabulous. Another one I want to talk to you about is frankincense because it's very popular. Frankincense is a very old, renowned scent. It's spicy and warm. It's not everybody's favorite, so it took me a little while to warm up to it, to be honest with you, but it comforts the nerves and it eases the mind. So when you want to feel grounded or you need to feel grounded and you are a little bit up in the clouds and you feel like you need to center yourself again, then that is a great scent for you. Again, you can diffuse it, you can apply topically, you can rub in your hands before a yoga practice and deeply inhale, whatever works for you in how to get that scent working. But it's a very grounding scent and it helps you find self-awareness. So it does help you bring you back to the present moment. And if I'm ever feeling like that, that's my go-to scent is frankincense. So it's helpful there. And then finally, citrus. So citrus is my absolute favorite. We talked about it a little bit earlier in our yoga session at 12:15 today, but you can get them all in all sorts of, right? I have tons of them, but grapefruit and wild orange are the 2 I will talk about today. You can get lime, you can get blends that already have them in there. I have bergamot as well, lemongrass, all amazing scents. They're all uplifting. So whenever they're discussed or they're described, I should say, they're described as uplifting scents. So they really are, and for me, if I throw them in my diffuser on a day where I'm feeling a little bit down or I just want to brighten up my morning, I love putting those scents in a diffuser. Again, they're uplifting and bright. They remind a lot of people of like a fresh spring morning. So I would say that they're mostly mood boosting, our citrus blends. So that's our essential oils 101. I hope that you learned a little something today, a little bit about how you could maybe incorporate essential oils as part of your self-care and how you can bring them into your world to just mood boost or whatever you may need. But it's a really fun world of scents, and that you can find yourself in and find things that you love, and that's important, I feel like. So I hope that you'll try some essential oils, and it took me a while to go and purchase my first. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what to do with it. So I'm hoping that you find something that you love, just unscrew a bottle and give it a quick smell, and start there. Start by something that you smell and go, wow, this smells really nice. And then you can kind of venture into the world of the what's in the hows of essential oils. So thank you for joining me today. I again hope that you learned something, and that if you do want to learn how to make your own blends, again, I will be doing that on Wednesday, May 20th at 2 o'clock, so you can join me then. Tomorrow's Be Well live lineup is at 10 a.m. We've got avocado toast with Mario. At 12:15, we've got a gliding workout with Kim, and at 2, you can join me to kick your pop drinking habit with a sparkling water alternative. Also, you can always join at Seneca College Daily for their live content at 12 o'clock. Thank you all. Be well.